So, CP Herman, do you mind telling us what you think are the key challenges of education in this complex and new world under the pandemic, right? What are some of the things that we think would be difficult to deal with in education?
This is a very tough question. I think people are suffering to various degrees in this pandemic. And at least they are spending more time at home. So I think it's a good time to revisit the family relations so that we can understand each other more. In the past, people are busy with different things, try to get on and do their own things. Now they should know that family relationship is very, very important. So I hope we can treasure our family members more. And also, the world is also changing very, very fast now. With new technologies, now people tend, do more net meetings, internet education and things like that. Technology is also changing very fast, so we should also try to get ahead with this rapid technological change. Also, the international relations is getting very, very delicate. So there is a clash of culture, the West and East. Now we can understand more about the differences between the Western culture and the Eastern culture. I won't say which one is better than the other. They are different. So we have to be more accommodating to the differences and live with the difference. And being a Chinese, I hope fellow Hong Kong citizens can be proud of being a Chinese and proud of our heritage and culture. But there are also a lot of strong points or values in the Western culture. We should try to understand and accommodate each other.
Yeah. So more understanding, mutual respect, right? And what do you think what do you hope most from the education system that can prepare humans for the future that are so complex and unforeseeable? And you mentioned technological changes and things like that. So what are your views?
I think continuous learning is very, very important, especially technology changes so rapidly. So we should, prepare ourselves to have a spirit of continuous learning. But there is one thing I believe that our next generation, all of us, should have a peace-loving and accommodating culture. Peace is, I think, the most important issue nowadays, and with international conflicts. And peace is also one value that Rotary is pushing forward. So I hope that in the educating our next generation, we should have people think about the peace issue more. And also, I tend to believe that our generation is tend to have a culture of blaming others. Everything that goes wrong is not my fault, it's somebody else's fault. I think we should go back to what, at least what I learned in the past. We have to be hardworking. We have to be, we should have a positive attitude towards life. I think if we think positive, things around us will be very, very different.
Yeah. Do you think that there's anything we can do in the education system to bring that to bring that positivity among students?
Yes, actually, I believe that the education system in Hong Kong is too rigid. I came up this system, and this is why I sent my children to the United States to feel the difference. We need to have a more flexible curriculum. Instead of one-way education, trying to stuff knowledge across, we should try to groom our students in a way that they will try to discover themselves a lot more. And teachers should also try to be more caring and accommodating to students, try to explore their talents instead of molding our students into one particular type.
Thank you. So one last question that we would like to ask you. In terms of Rotary and leaders, there are a lot of leaders among the Rotary family. How do you think that Rotarians can help to educate the next generation of leaders? How can Rotarians play a part?
Oh, this is a very, very good question. All our Rotarians are very successful, either in their profession or their business. They are all successful leaders, and Rotary is also promoting leadership, like RILA and a lot of programs like that. I think we should do more, and to have leadership training to our youngsters, to share their experience, and actually leadership is a very, very big scope, and there are a lot of things that Rotarians can do in this area.
There are a lot of different skills, right? Maybe do you have any suggestion? What are some of the qualities that a leader should develop?
I truly believe this is something that my father taught me. First thing is to be a good listener. Instead of telling people what to do, you should try to understand other people first, and then see to bring out the strength and the positive attribute from your followers, and then help them to develop their leadership skills. So we should all start by being a good listener, and then, as I said before, to be accommodating. There are bound to be differences, and how to accommodate difference, and how to compromise with one another is very important. So good leaders are always good compromisers. Instead of creating conflicts, we should try to reduce them.
Yeah, thank you. So that's the end of our interview, and thank you very much, CP Herman Hu, for your time. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Sarah.
Thanks.